Are you still waiting on the world to build back better after COVID? I was too, until I decided that it's going to have to be up to me, which is for the best, because I know what better looks like for me. Know what better looks like for you. And we are the only thing that we have control over. Hi, my name's Tanya, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Threshold. I'm going through what I like to think of as a 3-stage process: unclenching, unfolding, and then unveiling. And I want to start this week by talking about an element of unclenching, which is clearing and decluttering. Why would we want to clear and declutter? Well, we want to create a blank slate. We want to make room, give ourselves energy, physical energy, mental energy, and create sort of a sturdy foundation where we can build back better. And that'll be us building back what we think is better. One of the first ways that we can clear and declutter is, I guess, probably the most obvious way, the physical. You can create keep, toss, and donate piles. And if you're struggling, you can ask yourself the Marie Kondo question: does this spark joy? If not, it goes. Can I replace it for less than $20 is another question you could ask. If the answer is yes, it can go. Does this represent the version of me that I want to be? If not, it can go. Another way that we can declutter, and I think is often overlooked, is digital clutter. We can unsubscribe for those emails and newsletters that are filling up our inboxes and wasting time and distracting us when we go to open our phone or our email or our computer. We can organize those files that we haven't. We can organize photos from our phone, from our laptop. We can reduce screen time, except for me, of course, and we can limit our social media use or get rid of it altogether. If the thought of clearing out all that physical and digital clutter overwhelms you, why not challenge yourself? When I did this the last time, and I've done it twice in my life, I did a 28 by 28 challenge where I threw out 28 things a day for 28 days. If that sounds like too much, you can modify it to 5 to 10 things a day if you wish. But keep in mind that 28 papers count. So you could throw out 28 papers in one day, and that would be your full thing. This last time that I did it, I did the digital, I did my home, and remember that your home also can include sheds, garages, that kind of thing. I did my office, I did my car, I did my wallet. You could do your purse as well if you have one. And it really feels good. I have to say, I was surprised how good it felt for all that stuff to leave. It actually felt better for all that stuff to leave than it felt for me to acquire all of that stuff. My house actually felt bigger when I cleaned out my attic, even though my attic is not something that I can see. So I really recommend decluttering. The next thing that you can declutter is the mental. Mentally, we need to declutter some old belief systems that don't help us anymore, or probably never helped us. But things like, I'm not good enough, or I need to have it all figured out. I had to get over, when I was starting this channel, this idea of who cares what I have to say. Yeah, maybe people don't care what I have to say, but that's okay because they don't have to watch. And this helps me because I'm keeping myself organized by creating these episodes each week. Another way that we can declutter or clear out is our relationships and boundaries. And no, I don't mean that you have to get rid of everybody in your life, but you can set boundaries and limit time with people that you find negative. If you leave somebody and you feel drained, you may want to eliminate or limit the time that you spend with them. You can also say no. Say no to requests that you don't really want to do. No is a full sentence. And you can start small in this way, or you can do something called a positive influence audit, which I'm going to go into in more detail next week. But it's basically take a week or so and look around the people and the places and the activities that you surround yourself with and ask yourself, is this making me feel good or is this draining me? Lastly, I'd like to talk to you about rituals that you can use for clearing and decluttering. You can write it all down on a piece of paper, any negativity that you want to get out, and then either tear it up or burn it. I prefer burning it, and then I throw the ashes out to the wind. One that's a little more esoteric or woo-woo is a cord cutting ceremony where you light 2 candles and have string tied around the 2 of them, and that represents a negative attachment that you want to be rid of. And then you watch the candles burn down until the string burns, and that represents the attachment going up in flames. Or you can just visualize yourself sweeping it all out beyond the threshold. All of this is to create that great foundation that I spoke of at the beginning. Prepare ourselves to intentionally reorganize. You get to choose. You can choose how big or how small to go. You don't have to do them in the order that I've just listed them. You can choose which one you think would be the easiest to start with, or you can choose which one you think might have the biggest impact to start with. It's all up to you. And it's a continuous process. As I said, I've done this twice. I did it in 2015, where I got rid of my house, my cars, most of my stuff. And I've done it just in 2023 when I did my 28 by 28 challenge. And both times it felt great. So give yourself more time than you think you need, and give yourself less time than you want. But please consider decluttering one or all of these elements of your life. And please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment about any tips that you have for decluttering. And until next week, I'll see you beyond the threshold.